said that me you the best, then I break up in the text. She said, boy, you got me vexed, Pour for when I'm stressed. I know I'm different from the rest. I'm chasing the bag, got no time for retreat. You talking money, want all of it, please. I pull before.
Oh, what is up, YouTube? What it do, YouTube? It's your boy ChillDree here, back with another video. And today, guys, I'm going to be showing you guys how to make my slashing playmaker build. This build can get big greens, big contact dunks, can snatch ankles, get snatch blocks, and play really good defense on this build. This build all around is the hands down the best slashing playmaker build in the game. And on top of that, you can get sharp takeovers. So if you want to know how to make this build, I need you to stick around to the end of this video, and please be sure to hit that like button. Let's try to aim for 15 likes on this video. You want to see more gameplay on my guard build. And also, please subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. We are almost at 400 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the love and support you guys have been showing on the channel. Now, without further ado, let's hop right into this build. Alright guys, so the first thing that you're gonna want to do as soon as you load up the mod player builder, you know, first and last name doesn't really matter, you already know my name, ChillDree in the building. But anyways, the position you want to make of is a point guard, not a shooting guard, not a small forward, not a power forward, none of that. You're gonna want to make them a power forward. Now for your hand, the hand to shoot the ball with, you can either make them right or left-handed, it doesn't really matter. I like my players right-handed, so I make them right. Jersey number, it doesn't really matter. I chose 8 because that's the day of my birthday. And as you can see here, we are on the pie charts. Now the pie charts you're gonna want to choose is the pure playmaker pie chart. It's the best pie chart in the game. And then for the physical profile, now this part right here, you're gonna want to listen up carefully because this physical profile is the most important part of the build. Now most people would go with the pure speed pie chart because if you have gym rat badge, you can get all 99 speed, 99 acceleration. But what if I tell you this profile, this physical profile right here is better? Because yeah, you'll still have a decent speed, you'll still be able to get 99 speed, but your vertical, I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a high 95 at least, which means you will be able to dunk over people. You might get lucky and jump over people. So I know most of you guys will go with the pure speed, but for the way I made this build, this is my build, how I made it. I went with the one with the most vertical, so that's what we're going to go with. Now for your attribute points, this is the part where you're really going to want to listen up and make sure you copy all the attributes I'm going to show you. So for the finishing, you're going to want to put your close shot all the way up to an 86, put your driving layup all the way up to an 88, and put your driving dunk all the way to a 79, and put your standing dunk to a 31. That gives you 12 finishing badges. That'll give you an all gold layout badge finishing setup, because you do not need Hall of Fame finishing badges to dunk over people. Now for the shooting, you're going to want to put your mid-range to a 78, max out your three-pointer, max out your free throw, and put your post fadeaway all the way up. This will give you 15 shooting badges. This will give you quick draw, range extender, green machine, hot zone hunter, and dead eye. And yeah, so for the playmaking, this is the important part as well. You're gonna want to put your pass accuracy up to 84. And you're gonna want to put your ball handling all the way up, maxed out to a 95. This will give you 22 playmaking badges. This is enough for general, quick first step, handles for days, dimer, bailout, ankle breaker, and unpluckable as well. You don't want to touch post moves. You don't need that. Now for your defense, you're gonna want to max out the perimeter, max out the lateral quickness, max out the steal as well, and last but not least, max out the defensive rebound. And this will leave you with 3 attribute upgrades remaining. Now it doesn't really matter where you really put it at. I mean, you could put it on standing dunk, you know, it won't really change anything. But for the way I did my build, I decided to go and just dump the rest on interior defense. Doesn't really matter. So yeah, so once you're done with all the attributes, you know, you can pause the video, take a screenshot right here. When you put the attributes like this will give you 12 finishing, 15 shooting, 22 playmaking, and 9 defensive badges. Now one thing I want to know before we go further into this video, now I know you're probably thinking, Dre, my dunking is only gonna be a 79. Now listen, now once I get to the wingspan part, or the height part, my apologies, you're gonna get that back. Just trust me. Now let's get into the body shape. Now the body shape, it doesn't really matter. You can go whichever you want. I think I chose built or burly when I made this build, but if I was to remake this build, I would probably go with compact. So we're gonna go with compact. Now for the height, this is the most important part as well. You're gonna want to go with 6'5". Now remember how I said you will get your you'll get your dunking back. Look at that. You get +1 on your driving dunk. Now if you've been playing this game for a while, you're just new to the game, when you get to a 9th overall, you will keep upgrading your playground point to 99.9, which will give you +4 to all your attributes once you hit 99. Now that's 80 + 4, that's 84, and you only need an 84 driving dunk attribute to be able to get the contact dunks. Now when you hit 99.9, you get a extra point to all your attributes, which means you'll have a 85 driving dunk, which will unlock not only pro contact dunks at 84 driving dunk, but you'll get elite contact dunks at 85 driving dunk. You see what I'm saying? And also your defensive rebounding goes up to an 80, which is really good for a guard. Now for the weight, you're gonna want to put your weight all the way down to 175 so you can get your acceleration up and have your vertical at 89. Now your speed is at a 91, but trust me, you'll get all that back at 99.9. And for the wingspan, now listen up. This is the most important part of this build, because if you don't put your wingspan like how I'm about to show you, you will not be able to have sharp takeover. So put your wingspan at 77.7. As you can see here, you get an 80 mid-range at a 73, which is greenable. Now listen, now once you put your wingspan 77.7, look at your takeover options. You get playmaking, you get shot creating, you get slashing, and you get spot up shooter or sharp takeover. Now listen, I have tried to get the sharp takeover with 78, 79, 80 wingspan, and trust me guys, this does not work. I'm gonna show you right here, just because I'm a real ass person. Okay, look. 78 wingspan, you don't get sharp takeover. I can put it 78.9, you don't even get it. If you put your wingspan up all the way up to an 80, you don't even get the same takeovers. So yeah, if you want that sharp takeover, put your wingspan all the way down, because that is the whole purpose of the build, to get sharp takeover. Now once you put your wingspan at 77.0, you're gonna want to choose sharp takeover, and it'll have you labeled as a slashing playmaker, but you're really a slashing sharp playmaker. Now see, this build I can compare it to a BP build, which is you can get Hall of Fame contacting and good shooting, but really in my opinion this build is better than a BP build because it can do everything a BP does, just a little bit better. Now it compares you to Derrick Rose, John Moore, and Jamal Murray, which is a pretty fair comparison, I guess. Now I'm gonna go and get into the badges of what badges I will run. I suggest you guys run, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, and we're back just like that. So for the finishing badges, I would suggest you get the mandatory finishing badges for a guard, which is contact finisher gold, ChillDree finisher gold, fancy footwork gold, and I'll probably say relentless finisher gold. Now this is probably the main mandatory badge setup you will want to run, but since it's up to me, since this is my build, I will probably run bronze fancy footwork, because I've been watching videos recently about this badge, and this badge works just as good on bronze. And I would tune this down and put on gold Giant Slayer and put on silver relentless, because Giant Slayer does still work. Or if you're not gonna be doing that many hostages, you don't believe in fancy footwork, you could just dumb this down to, you could just take this all the way off and you can just put that on acrobat. But I don't have all my finishing badges maxed out. The only badges I have is gold contact and gold silvery. But once I get all my badges maxed out, this is what I am going to run right here. So yeah, now for the shooting badges, this is mandatory right here. These 4 badges are mandatory: quick draw, range extender, hot zone, and green machine. Now for these last 3 badges, I suggest you really put it on Deadeye. I feel like most guards will have their shooting badge lined up like this, or since you can green, since you can get consistent green and silver green machine, you could take this off and probably put on I don't know, maybe silver volume shooter, or if you want to get space it out, you could put on clutch shooter, you could put difficult shots, you could put silver volume shooter. It's whatever you want to do. Now the only badges I have on this build as of right now as I'm grinding it is these 3 badges, but once I get all my badges, I'm probably gonna run this, and this right here. So those are the badges I would run. Now for playmaking, you're gonna want to have the mandatory playmaking badges first. Hall of Fame quick first step, Hall of Fame handles for days, Hall of Fame for a general, at least I'll say silver unpluckable or bronze unpluckable, and have on dimer, depending on who you're running with, bronze bailout, and an ankle breaker. And no, you can put that down and put bronze needle thread. These are probably the mandatory badges you should run, but the badges I am currently running right now is I believe I am running this lineup right here, because this Hall of Fame needle threader is amazing. Or you could dumb this down, put your silver unpluckable on, you can leave this on. Or let's say you're running the ones core in the stage, you could take this off, take that off, take this off. You could put on Hall of Fame unpluckable, tight handles, gold space creator, and gold ankle break running the ones core. I don't really play the stage like that at all, but for my mandatory badges, this is how my lineup is going right here. You know, Hall of Fame for a general, Hall of Fame dimer, bronze bailout, and gold needle thread. Those are the badges I would run mandatory. Now for defense, you get 9 defensive badges, but this is honestly great in my opinion. You can rock gold clamps, gold intimidator, and you can rock silver pick dodger with bronze silence defender. But I know most of you guys will probably rock a lineup like this, but to me, this is what I will rock. I will leave everything the same, except I'll tune down my pick dodger to bronze. His pick dodger doesn't really work like that. Put on tireless defender and put on chase down artist, because yes, you can get chase down blocks on this build, trust me. So yeah, so these are the mandatory badges I will run. Now that is going to conclude the build. I have a gameplay for you guys if you guys want to stick around, maybe watch how the build performs on court. Now if you're just here for the build video and you're about to go ahead and leave out, please be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Thank you for coming across this video so much, I really appreciate it. But for those that are sticking around want to watch the gameplay, I have some gameplay. I have like a gameplay of me on the threes court. So yeah, if you're sticking around, I'll see you guys a bit on the gameplay. Alright guys, so as you can see here, I'm on the 3v3 court, just running a park, you know what I'm saying, going to get some play shots, slash playmaker, and the payments on the threes court. Now I was running with one of my IRL friends. Shout out to Reese's, as it will show sometime in the screen. I just want y'all to look at the name panel. Slash it playmaker with sharp takeover. You know, I'm running with Reese, and I'm just running random. So I'm only going to be showing highlights of my clips, because you know this video is focused on this build. Really, this gameplay almost went perfect. I think I only missed like one shot. I think I showed it sometime here in the clips, you know what I'm saying, getting the big greens with the shot mirror on. Yes, I have on a shot mirror because I'm still learning how the shot feels on a guard, because you know the transition from a big man to a guard is just wild. But look at you know what I'm saying, Clarence popping up, playing great defense. He ends up getting baited, you know what I'm saying. He finds me, I pump fake. I was gonna dot him out for the 3, but he was all the way down court for some reason. But he finds me right back, big greens, man, with jump shot 98 on. Now this build shoots really well when you get in the swing of things and swinging and stuff like that. You can shoot contested shots on this build and take over, trust me. But I didn't take a taste, you know what I'm saying. He random sesame screen, I didn't really need it, but it ends up being big greens anyway. You know what I'm saying? This is really just highlights of how my playmaker has potential to play. As you can see here, I end up getting a big white, end up missing the shot, but that's okay though, because I am going to try to make up for on defense right here. You know what I'm saying? I make them pick up the ball. Clarence is popping up and all that stuff. Lock gets in getting the screen, but the lock ends up getting back to the play, ends up getting a good block. And as you can see here, as I'm about to show the score right here, I have 8 points on 3 or 4, 2 or 3 shooting. So I'm not doing that bad in this gameplay. Once again, shout out to Reese's, the lock on the team. That's an IRL friend I was just running with, trying to get some gameplay. As you can see, I almost get the steal. I tried to steal it right there on the ground, but I couldn't end up doing it. But you know, my teammates are there, forced to a bad shot. He ends up getting his board, and you know, they're trying to force up a shot. Goes back in the paint, does the same layup animation, but ends up missing. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna run to the paint, finds me in the corner, big greens, and I have my takeover. Score is 19-13. You know what I'm saying? We blowing these boys out. Saying you know what I'm saying, we're having a pretty comfortable lead. Also, now all we need to do is just get a stop and win the game right here. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much had the guard shook. Like he didn't really score right now. Now for some reason right there, that really should have been a steal right here. But look what happens after this. Finds him in the corner and drives to the paint, ends up getting a reverse layup. Not too bad of a layup right there, right? Now I had my sharp takeover. I was gonna try to take a 3 to end the game. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't on the court, hezzy, but I end up getting ripped by the guard. And you know, the random goes into the paint, misses. He should have swung it back out, but ends up going all the way back up. It missed, but it's all good though. He's around, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I just ran a couple games, but look at the shot he greens over me. That is Suke for you right there. That was purely great defense. I don't know how he agrees with me in takeover, but he almost ends up ripping me right here again in takeover. I don't know how he did it the first time. But as you can see right here, we're about to go ahead and end this game off. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. For those that stuck around to the end, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I really appreciate you guys showing all the support, you know, on this channel. Please sure to get this video at least 15 likes for my next gameplay. It's been your boy ChillDree. You guys stay blessed and stay healthy. And I'm out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys later.